Didn't see you there.
We didn't see you there.
I'm a Mrs.
Too much fling.
We're brides. And this is our interview.
I'm a wife.
And we made a video last time. Okay, we did this video 5 months and some change ago.
My ponytail never wants to work.
And we were talking about basically our struggles of the wedding planning process.
Yeah.
We asked each other a couple of questions, and a lot of things have changed. There have been a few things that are the same, but a lot of them, for the most part, have changed. So we're going to go back through these questions.
Same questions.
We're going to tell you what our answers were before if you didn't get to that video. And also, the link to that video is in the description below. I'll make sure you guys have that. So the first question I asked her was, what is your biggest fear of what might go wrong on your wedding day? Her answer before was no one would show up. Was that changed?
Yes. On my wedding day, you guys, literally 5 minutes before walking down the aisle on my wedding day, I'm all ready to go. I'm freaking out. I'm sweating. My coordinator comes up and says, we have a full house. Almost all of the seats were taken. So many people showed up. Me and my husband both said our vows at the altar. So he was super nervous. I said it like a chant because...
Oh man, the vows.
Oh my gosh. My wedding was packed.
Dude,
there were so many people
packed.
At the reception. There were so many people, so packed.
Well, I'm just thinking about how, okay, so some advice to some of you guys. She had a few people, their phone went off.
Oh.
During
Oh
the
my
ceremony.
gosh.
During her vows.
And okay, listen, I had 2 signs. I had a sign in the front saying, turn off your phone. A sign when you first walked in the door saying, turn off your phone. Or put it on silent.
And she had somebody saying ahead of time, please turn off your phones.
Yes. Yes. So it doesn't matter kind of how much you say it. It just matters. I mean, accidents happen. It's life. Accidents happen. It was just kind of roll with the punches and keep going.
Yeah. So your second question, what was that?
My first question to you?
Oh, yeah. The second question overall.
What has been the best experience, memory of the entire planning, now wedding process?
So before, in the last video, I said dress purchase.
I feel like I need to
I genuinely think the dress purchase was still a really, really good planning process. But I also have to add that I really enjoyed going to the tux place with my dad and my little brother Henry and Aiden, my other brother. I think it was really sweet to see them try their tuxes on and fit it. It was really fun to be able to go in and just see the guys in their tuxes individually. Every single one of them looked so handsome, and I was just really happy to see it come together.
Yeah, I think I added on at the last video. We just watched it. I think I added on, but I'm not going to because then my answer is the same.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. My next question to her, I think might be the same answer, right? It says, what have you spent the most on throughout your wedding? Was it still the venue? I think so.
Yes, it was the venue. So when it comes out to it, you know, getting your RSVPs back, you are expecting these people to show up. So if you RSVP at a wedding, don't just not show up. Because I paid a lot of money per head. I paid close to, $75 per head. So that's pretty expensive. We had a total of 12 people not show up that RSVP. So if you do the math, it's over $1,000 that we just spent. We gave to the venue for no reason.
Yeah.
And then on the same day, I still had people that I did not want at my wedding show up. Yeah.
I remember that. And another piece of advice, if you're going to do a cocktail hour, we did it completely different.
Yes.
She had hers where she was present, and I wasn't present. And there are good pros and there's bad cons to that too. The pros are that you're there, you're present to speak to people. Yes. People like that energy, but it's bad for them personally because you get overwhelmed and everyone pulls you.
During my cocktail hour, because me and my husband had a first look. So before the wedding and everything, we had all of our pictures done. We did our first look, very emotional, very sweet. During the cocktail hour, it was very important for me to be present because my husband has family coming from out of town that I didn't know yet. So it was very important for me to meet them at the cocktail hour. But during my cocktail hour, I wasn't expecting so many people to show up to my cocktail hour or to my ceremony. So having all these people show up means all of these people are staying for the bar and the appetizers and things like that. They're enjoying the perks of coming to the ceremony.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine. But it was, I walked out and we signed our wedding, like the license.
Yeah.
We signed our license, and the minute I got done, I was pulled 500 ways. You know, his parents wanted to talk to me. It was this, it was that, it was my family, it was his family, it was everybody. Congratulations, you're such a beautiful bride, which I get it. Like, you want to make your rounds to the bride. I get it. But it's also having, when I'm trying to carry on a conversation, having 20 people walk up to me at the same time is very, very overwhelming. I had to find her and AJ, her now husband, like find them in the back of my venue kind of place. I get this table next to the DJ stand in order to just like kind of get away. And I like talked to her, and I told her, I was like, just talk to me, like act like we're in a conversation, so I don't have to move or I don't have to run. And then like I had the coordinator come up to me and my parents coming up to me. It was a lot.
Mess. So and basically, would you tell them to be present or no?
I think if you work well under pressure, I think it's a very good thing, because you're there, you're present with your entire family. It's memories people will not forget. It's a memory you won't forget, because it's something that I'll never forget. But I feel like if you get overwhelmed very easily and you are scared of kind of having a freak out and you get very like claustrophobic quickly, I would suggest not being around during your cocktail hour. For the simple fact is people do seem to swarm.
Yeah, I definitely just chose to not be present.
Yeah, do you remember that at my wedding? Like, everybody was like,
oh, I do.
And I was like, no!
So, okay. You asked me
more excited or scared. No, I'm gonna just say my question.
Okay.
Yours doesn't make sense.
So she's gonna ask me.
Are you more excited or scared for the big day? Were you more excited? What were you most scared about on the day of? What were you most excited about on the day of?
So my answers were that I was more excited than scared, and then I was scared about the cocktail hour and how it was gonna go, kind of what we just talked about, but also because of the layout and all of that. And I talked about how the layout was set up so we were just kind of on a huge time crunch and I wasn't going to be present. Well, that all changed. And then I was most excited to walk down the aisle with my dad and dance with him. That, I'll say, is still true. It was a really beautiful moment, and I think it was really just, I couldn't really pick out a perfect moment, but I think that being able to like walk up to my dad first find out what that song was just amazing, and it was super sweet. And he was like, oh, you picked Creed, huh?
I have a video from your wedding. You're and AJ's first dance.
Oh, this is me and AJ. Aww. So that was cool.
I made sure I got it for you.
Well, thank you.
And then this was, if you want to give up and show them.
That was her beautiful dress and veil. Look at that. Woo! And her husband. I was gonna say hubby and husband, and it just mixed.
Yeah, but I definitely dress was classic. I told everybody, because I showed almost near to nobody what my dress looked like before my wedding, and I told them, they're like, what does it look like? And I'm like, it's classic.
Yeah,
just trust me, it's classic. And they're like, classic? That can mean so many things. Well, my dress came off my shoulders, down my complete arm. It was like just classic.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
So my next question was, what are you most excited about? And her answer was to hang out with everyone she loves.
That changed. Changed drastically. I was most excited about getting the night over with. Yeah. Not saying that I didn't enjoy myself, because I didn't. I didn't get wasted. I barely drank.
Oh, yeah. Our husbands got drunk. We did not.
Wasted. Like, gone, goodbye, blacked out.
AJ to the point where, okay, this is a funny story. We get back home after everything. We get back home. We have hardwood floors in our kitchen. And there's been this ongoing joke for years between him and his aunt. I guess when she used to babysit him, he used to like say she didn't have a bunch of food in the house, even though she might have. And she goes, I got a bunch of groceries for, you know, you now. You always say I don't have food, so go pick out something. And he picked out a can of green beans and he said to her, this is all you have here. And it was like this ongoing joke for years, I guess. So every Christmas she would get him a can of green beans. It would be a gag joke. Except we get back home, he's carrying in the bags, and all of a sudden I hear bang, and I'm like, what? And it was on the hardwood floor. AJ yelling, and he's like, I think I broke my toe. And we, mind you, we're leaving for Universal Studios the day after this. And I was like, what is going on? You know, he's wasted. So I'm like, what are you doing? Not even kidding. I'm gonna go get it right now. I'm gonna go run and get this thing. This massive thing of green beans.
Oh, I have glasses now too. That's new.
Look at this.
Oh my god!
No, honestly, no joke. This fell on his toe. So for her wonderful her favorite nephew, this fell on his one toe. It was purple and hurt him for the whole Universal. It's bigger than my head, or it's the size of my head, and it fell on his toe. So anyway, that happened, and it just made for the drunkenness to be even like,
yeah, going on. I mean, I had a lot of fun. I danced all night, but at the end of your wedding day, you're just exhausted. I was mentally and emotionally just completely gone. I was tired. I wanted to sleep. At the end of the night, I was just irritated.
It takes so long to get caught back up.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, the whole thing is I didn't even go on a honeymoon after my wedding. And I didn't go on a honeymoon, so me jumping back into things, it was still kind of hard because I'm like, oh, I should be on a honeymoon right now. Like, I don't want to work. But, and then getting everything organized, getting everything sold. I still had wedding stuff in my house for like weeks after my wedding.
Yeah.
And now I have wedding stuff back in my house because you gave me stuff.
Yeah, she let me borrow a couple things for hers, and then, you know. But then the last question she asked me,
biggest downfall or stress?
And then my answer was that I was investing in people who weren't supportive. And truly, that's true. I think that the biggest thing, the whole biggest stress for me, and I talked to a few other couples at the resort, I think you can agree, it's other people and the fact that they think they can insert their opinions on your wedding. It's absurd, it's disgusting, disrespectful, and now that it's over, I feel very comfortable in saying, F everybody else, it's your wedding.
Yeah, I learned, okay, in the beginning of this, everybody told me, meaning like elders and stuff that are already married, told me that you will lose friends after planning your wedding. You will lose friends.
100%. 1000%.
You will gain friends. You will lose friends. It's a whole learning experience in the span of a year. So, you know, the beginning of this, I had a childhood friend. I'm not going to name her just for respect out of her. I had a childhood friend that was very, very close to me. She was my maid of honor. She failed. She was not there. She had no interest in taking part in my wedding, no interest of being anything to do with my wedding at all. Everything was about her. It was very selfish. It was very rude. It was very disgusting behavior.
I was there to experience her crying because of this.
Yeah.
Oh my
so
gosh.
I kind of had to like kick her out of the picture completely. Like, you're dead to me. And right,
anybody that wants to try to be fake and be friends with her,
so I got a new maid of honor. She's one of my best friends. She was my maid of honor, came in, kicked ass. It was amazing. But my biggest thing is the people you think are going to be closest to you and root for you completely are not there for you at all. I mean, I gained one of my old childhood friends that we fell off with each other. I gained her as a friend, put her in my wedding. We're closer than ever now. It's a whole learning experience. Do not put your heart and soul into people that you think will be there for you, because at the end of the day, it's you and your husband. At the end of the day, it's you and your husband figuring this out, paying for it. This isn't a huge day to other people, but to you, it's your entire world. and you get wrapped up in the fact of everybody needs to feel like this, and it just doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
And you get your heart broken.
And then I'll put it in the description as well below, the what the F is a traditional wedding.
Yeah.
All about it. Everybody wants to say this and that about, well, this is what's traditional, or, well, usually they do this. I don't care.
I got a lot of shit for my wedding, for what I walked down the aisle to. I walked down to the Two Cellos version of My Heart Will Go On. It's a beautiful song. I had many people telling me it was depressing. It was, and it was absolutely gorgeous the day of. I stuck with my gut. I was like, I'm not changing it. This is what I want. And the day of, people were sobbing to that song.
Oh yeah. The moment I saw her, I was like,
yeah. And I at the end of the day, like when you're getting closer to your wedding, you're going to feel so much pressure. So many things. The day before my wedding, I was like, I hate everything. I'm changing everything.
The worst part of the whole thing was the rehearsal dinner.
Yes. Because you're literally like, you're stunned, like your heart is in your ass.
You're hoping that people understand that this is what you want. They aren't trying to change something. They aren't trying to cause a scene, that the two families get along. And then I had some issues with some family that wanted to change things and make things emotional. And you did
I
too.
had the same thing go on with my family. And I kind of forewarned her in the beginning, like, hey, like, I'm not saying it's going to be like this, but, you know, you have the chance of it being like this. And it happened. I mean, there's just people, like, last minute, like, during the rehearsal dinner, I think people want to change things because everybody has different views of what things should look like. You just have to stick true to what your vision is and what you want for your wedding day, especially if you're paying for it. Because if you're paying for it, this is the biggest day of your life and one of the biggest expenses in your life at that point. Don't let anybody tell you what your idea is and what your vision will be, because your coordinator, if they're a good coordinator, will make it happen. Like, I had to walk up to my coordinator after everyone was gone. I was like, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. You need to change it now.
Yeah.
Like,
so overall though, we just want you to know that this is your wedding day. Do not settle for anything less. This is something that you will remember forever. And if you're going to go into a traditional wedding like we did,
have a destination wedding. Like, just don't do it.
Well, if you're going to do it, if you're going to do the traditional thing, do what you want. Don't listen to anybody and realize you're going to hate your life.
Yeah. No, I was
Basically.
so broke. I was so
She's like, whoa. But no, really it is. Like, I wanted to let it out and yell every time.
Yeah. I hated my life. I hated everything to do
She's
with
like,
that.
I'm just depressing. FML.
Yeah, no, I mean, I loved, okay, my wedding was absolutely gorgeous. The most magical day of my life. The best day of my life. I want to relive my wedding every single time I look at pictures. But it's also, it was one of the most stressful times of my life. I had to organize everything. I had to DIY everything. My hands were in every single pot.
Bro,
a million times over. My husband, like, majority put the money towards it. I am the one that was contacting coordinators, was contacting, you know, the florists, the venues, everything. I was doing it. So all of these people are contacting me the week before, a couple days before. Finally, the day before, I was like, listen, I cannot do this. Like, I'm going to lose my shit. And, like, the day, nobody talks about how fast the day goes.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I hear it a lot from, like, couples. It does go really fast.
Yeah, nobody talks about how fast the day goes. Nobody once told me all the videos I've watched. Nobody once said the day goes by quickly.
I hear that all the time.
No.
But no, it does. It goes by so fast.
Like, at one point, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and then it's 11 o'clock at night, and you're married, and it's done.
So, overall, though, I think we can both agree to just have a destination wedding.
It's going to save you a crap ton of money. And it's
not just money, sanity.
Yeah.
And friendships.
Yeah, because the people over there do it for you.
Yep.
And it's going to save you a bunch of money. You're going to be able to party for 7 days straight. Like, why not?
Oh, yeah. And then the people that really, really want to be there for you really, really will. So
yeah. And you won't have to deal with anybody telling you that it's wrong. Because you're like, oh, well, it just happened like this. So.
Yep. All right. So thanks, guys, for watching this video. And I'm sure that we'll have another video again with Sarah. She's always in my videos.
You know what? I'm always at your house.
It's true.
I'm always... Okay, here's a little, like, tidbit for you guys. The first video we ever, like, filmed together was the bride video.
Yep.
Me and her just reconnecting each other's lives. We were high school, like, best friends. Like this. We started like this. But we were just kind of getting to know each other again, knowing the grown-up version of ourselves. So you're going to definitely see, if you watch that video first and watch this one, you're going to see the vibe completely 180 change.
They're gonna be like, wait, were you guys at each other's weddings? Wait, you weren't? We weren't. But
no,
you know
because
what? We both wouldn't have been able to survive.
When we were younger, we swore to each other. Like, Pinky swore on everything.
Yup.
On, like, the good God himself. We're like, we're going to be each other's maid of honors. We would not have survived.
No.
No, we wouldn't have survived.
I think God did this for a reason. Because we both were, and we were still there for each other for, like, so many things.
Yeah, but it was also, like, having your hands in it like that.
We both helped each other set up each other's wedding.
Yeah.
Which was cool. Or, like, you know, I came and helped move stuff. But
it was just, it was a very special moment. Even though I wasn't up there, I was still up there.
Same. Anyway, so thanks guys for watching so much. Please subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, check out the videos in this description.
Hit that bell.
Yeah, hit the bell button so that you can be alerted. I post twice a week. I post on Mondays and Thursdays at 8 a.m. And that's Central Standard Time we are in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always forget. So Central Standard Time is 8 a.m. Monday, Thursday. Catch you next time.
Bye. Hey.